how do you start, making money, and when did it kind of go like, oh, this is the real deal. Like I've made it.
I don't know if I feel like I've made it yet.
Okay.
But I can tell you that
relentless competitor. I like it.
Well, we can talk about that later, but it's more of my calculus of success has changed. The first night, my boss said, if you want to come back, tip Molly. Which I need to adequately thank him for that, because that set the precedent. And so what happens then is the winners win, and they come over and they give me a tip, and they're like, I'm tipping Molly $10,000. So it becomes this competitive thing. So right away, I was making money. And then when I took over the game, and I'm actually in charge of the 9 seats, and then I get into the role of, it's sort of up to me how much credit you get. Then I started making real money. I think $1 million the first year, and then just a pretty steep road, up to $6 million when I was in New York.
And how many games did you have running at the peak?
Oh God, too many.
Yeah.
Yeah. In LA, it was just one, and I was making a lot of money, and I was, I had time I was learning French, and I was doing all these, I had time to spend time with friends. I had a boyfriend at the time. And then, when I got to New York, I stopped being what I would call a healthy entrepreneur, and I became completely obsessed with the money and the power and the status. It became like a drug. There was no consequence until there was, that could have driven me away. And there were terrible things that happened. But my entire identity became wrapped around this game, what it meant for my access and how much money I was making. But the more I became that person, the less I liked my life and myself.